Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Papa Shrimp and Jess from Maine's Tales, Fur and Fins, the
What's
Aquatic
up?
Morning Show, every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday,
Woo.
9 a.m. How's that? Ooh, hollow stickers. So, how's everybody doing? I want to say hello as much as I can. I know Peter Roth is in here, Skull Aquatics, Liquid Zoo, and Jess.
And
So,
me.
at least that's who's made comments anyway. So, hi,
You're,
everybody.
oh, yeah. Your notification just went out. So they'll start rolling in.
Oh, yeah. There's Mystery Snail Gardens. Hello.
Hi, you guys.
I'll let everybody start filtering in. And thanks for coming on, Jess. I know it's short notice, but
I told you anytime, dude. Anytime. I'm usually available in the evenings anyway.
yeah, it's kind of spur of the moment. But I'm kind of hoping that maybe we throw something like this into rotation with between Jason and I, to where at least maybe once a month or something we stream from my channel.
Yeah.
You know, who
Yeah.
knows? We're still figuring all of it out. Obviously, he's not streaming tonight. He had a pretty rough day because I guess his son has some exposure to COVID.
Oh, no, not again.
So he stayed at work by himself and pretty much ran the shop by himself. So he's wore out and said, I'm not
That's
doing
why
it.
he didn't answer his phone today.
Yeah, that too.
I just
And
ended up sending him an email.
it doesn't make any sense for him to go to work and be on COVID protocol, not
Yeah.
having any of his kids there, and then me go stream at his house. That
Right.
just doesn't make any sense. So,
Mhm.
hey,
Yeah.
Joseph.
You don't need
Hey,
to
Dave Farrell.
subject yourself to it for nothing.
Yeah, there's no reason we need to be doing all of that. We
No.
got enough issues with life, anyways.
Yes, I haven't cleaned it out yet.
New local Austin. Hello.
Joseph Stanley. What's up? Dave Barrel. Mystery Snail Garden.
Cool deal. Well, I wanted to make sure I did give shout out to Jason at Jadwin Aquatics. We've had some really good sales with those Starlight plecos. I'm not sure if they sold out yet, but they went like crazy. Orders came flying in like crazy.
Did
So
he get all those bristlenose plecos sold?
The ones that you gave him?
Uh-huh.
No, there's still quite a
There's
few,
just
but there has been orders on them. I've seen them. I've had to catch a few.
They could be
But
some creepy
yeah,
suckers. You wouldn't think so, since they can like lock themselves onto the side of glass. You would think they'd be really easy to catch. They ain't. Awesome.
no, they're not. But there is a lot of cool stuff on the website, so go check it out. And I'm sure you can find something, whether it's some of the panda cories or the skunk cories, Julii cories. I think he's got some Agazizi eyes. Starlight are sold out. Oh wow. Okay. Well, they went fast. I think he put the video out Wednesday after the stream or before the stream, and here we are a week later and they're already gone. So that was quick. So, but there's all kinds of other stuff. If you want to go check it out, I suggest you do. Of course, Aquatic Morning Show. Want to say Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Rocco and Jess doing the Aquatic Morning Show. Go check them out. It's an awesome show. Now that Jess is finally monetized, I've seen all the super chats roll in, so that's got to feel good.
Awesome. That's so awesome. Like, y'all are the best.
Hi, grandson. My grandson
Hi,
Jason
grandson.
is on there, and so is my son Josh. We're expecting another addition to the family. They were at the hospital last night, but went home. So it could be any moment now. He could send me a text or a message even on here and say, "Hey, Dad, we got to go." So that's exciting. That'll be grandchild number 4.
Aw. Boy,
Yeah.
I remember. It ain't been but 13 years, but I remember.
Okay, who else has come in here? Let's see. We got
T-Bone.
Patty's Petite Tanks. Rico. Hey, what's up, Rico? T-Bone's
Hey.
Fishies. Man, glad you all came out. I'm sorry it was short notice, and I know it's weird trying to find this channel through Jason's channel, but if you jumped on there or if he sent out a notification, hopefully you'll find your way here. All right. Another shout out I want to give before we get going is if you see I'm wearing this shirt, my Papa Shrimp shirt. I got this right before Aquashella in Orlando, whatever. I had a friend named Orlando, so that's why I always say that. But in Florida, when we had Aquashella, I got this shirt from 712 Apparel. That is owned and operated by Jeff Wilson, who also does Texas Fish Room. So he's got a YouTube channel. Go check him out. He did a lot of the printing for some of the local fish tubers. He did Rocco's hat, I think. But he's got a great business, does awesome work. So I had to give him a shout out. You know, if you're looking to get some shirts done, go to that guy.
It's Dee Dee.
Hey, Amber, what's up? Haven't seen you in a minute.
Oh my gosh. I seen today, which I don't know how I missed this, but at Aquashella Dallas, Taylor's going to be there. Simply Better.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
When I started lives, or when she started, or not maybe started, but came back to live streaming, she didn't have any mods. And I was the first one she modded. And I was like, oh. I was like, she knows who I am.
Well, so
I do Amber too, though.
I tried to be a little bit organized so that way I could keep my train of thought going because I'm still learning, and y'all are helping me learn.
I'm more like squirrel.
Well, I did talk about Jason and why he's not here. Of course, we're being COVID safe, but something that I saw that was interesting on YouTube. It just came up in the community notifications, and KG Tropicals posted a question that was basically touching the subject of stress and anxiety relief through fish keeping, and asking the question, do you believe it helps with stress and anxiety? And that really hit home with me because I have to say that yes, with everything that I've been through, my shrimp tanks, my fish keeping, despite all the ups and downs that I've experienced since my first heart attack, it is basically, that's what saved me and has kept me real, I guess, kept me humble and kept me in touch with something that I believe is it's a wonderful hobby, and I don't see how it could be anything but stress relief and therapy. So yeah. I hope everybody else feels the same. I know I do. I can sit for hours and just stare at my aquariums, listen to the bubbles, watch the fish and shrimp. And
I think that's why most people get into the hobby. They may not know it right off the bat, but it's stress relief.
Yeah, it is.
Until you get bunches of tanks and you overdo it. And then it becomes a job.
Yes, that's definitely for sure. Right now in this room that I'm sitting in, I have 28 10 gallons and 4 20-gallon longs. So it's not as bad as it used to be because I was able to organize everything in such a way that I can maintain it well. Except for, when I was recovering from my surgery, that was a little difficult to do anything. But
yeah, God, I
think I'm finally getting to a spot where I caught up.
Yeah.
3 months later, I finally starting to catch up.
I think you did good because, you just started physical therapy, right?
Yes, last week.
Yeah. I was 3 months later. You just you've done well.
Hey, look at that. Stephen P says it may have very well saved my life. I agree. This hobby is a beautiful thing. It really is. And the people are awesome.
That's what I was just supposed to say. I said, for me, it's not as much as it is the fish or the aquariums that did good for me. It's you guys. It's the camaraderie, the friendship that I needed. That's done me.
Yeah. I mean, and that's really it's if it wasn't for actually just diving deep into YouTube and fish keeping and shrimp breeding, then that was what sent me down the rabbit hole to find Jadron Aquatics. It sent me down the rabbit hole to find Lucas and to find Rob from Flip Aquatics and everybody that I started watching. And then it also led way for me to go work at Flip Aquatics, work with Jason at Jadron Aquatics, and really opened up a network for me that, you know, if I wouldn't have fallen into that rabbit hole, I wouldn't be here, you know? So yeah, it's totally changed my life and saved my life. And at the same time, it's awesome.
Yeah. We've had some more people come in to chat.
Yes, we did. Audra Meyer, Dee Dee. Hello. Ryan from Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics.
Big Tank.
Stephen P. Big Tank Hank. What's up? Captain Savage Aquatics. Man, we got some good people in here. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. So I did see some comments, and yeah, I hear a lot of, you know, dittos on that comment. That was a good question that KG Tropicals threw out there. So I wanted to make a shout out to John and say that was pretty good because it touched home for me, you know, really with everything that's gone on. If it hadn't have been for my aquariums, I'd probably be in a nut house right now.
Right. Now, the flip side of that, how do you think the fish feel?
They feel like they're in a nut house with some crazy dude that's the warden.
Or you saved them from where they're from, and now their stress is down. Yes,
in some of my tank, especially my blue steel Caradina shrimp tank, that they're happy shrimp in there. There's hundreds of them. And
honestly, that's what I thought you were asking before you started that question. I thought you were asking about the fish instead of us. You talking about the fish. I was like, that's one I haven't heard before, but hey, let's go there.
Oh, Lisa's usually the pole maker. That's what Liquid Zoo said. Well, she did a good job. So awesome, Lisa, John, either one of you, whichever.
Yes.
That's a good question.
Yes.
But speaking of my shrimp, that I noticed that today I have some fry in there, and I'm super excited because I can barely see the fry. They're so tiny, I can barely see them, but I can definitely see the bright orange eyes.
Really?
So
those are blue with orange eyes?
I don't know what color they're going to end up being. They came from mixing the tangerine tigers with the blue steel. And this batch of fry that the tangerine tiger was buried with have orange eyes.
So look like my better right here.
So it's pretty cool to see that I've actually bred in the orange eye trait. And so I'm hoping to see what they come out like when they grow up and actually get some color. But they definitely have orange eyes.
That would be cool if they are blue with orange eyes. Like,
yeah, that would be really cool.
I will be the first one to say, "Hey, I'll help you. I'll have one here for you."
Hey, you're gonna be the first on my list for everything, aren't you? You're gonna take my clown fish. Yes. You're gonna take my orange eye shrimp.
Yes.
Bruce Fletcher says he has 5 tanks in his bedroom and wanting more. I love nanofish, but shrimp stole my heart. I hear you, Bruce. That's how I ended up with 26 aquariums in my master bedroom. So I feel you.
I dropped some of the is it the hang on, I'm gonna grab it. Might as well do my shout out here. Mystery Snail Guardians. I'm gonna get video here after the show. I
love that. It reminds me of the Zelda logo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I always think Zelda when I see that. Huh, Amber? Amber will agree to that.
But I just dropped some of the, not that one, the snail cookies.
Oh, wow.
They're little, like, yeah, you can see them.
Yeah.
Bricks. And I'm going to tell you what, I put one of those, and I put one of those spirulina sticks in it, you know, like the snow sticks, or, you know, all the different kind of sticks. Well, this one is a spirulina stick, and they are covered. Like, my orange tank it looks so cool. It looks so cool. But it's covered. So I'm like, yeah. And all of them, my blues, my reds, and my oranges. I'm so glad I finally got my oranges. They're my pumpkins.
Right.
Going. And I culled, and then I thought I'd culled too much down to nothing.
That's so weird, because I used to like have all neocaradinas of every different color and only a few caradinas. And now I have just a few caradinas, and I only have a couple of neos. A couple of shrimp, not a couple of tanks with shrimp, just a couple of neos.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I kind of lost touch with my neos. I've been doing more fish and everything.
Oh, you got more fish.
Well, because when we had the quarantine process here at my house, I had to really clear out my tanks and just hold fish instead of, try projects in these tanks. Right. So now that I've emptied out most of my tanks, now I'm going to get them all loaded up with shrimp best I can. I'm hoping that in Aquashella, Dallas, that I'll be able to snag some shrimp here and there from my buddies.
I won't. I see. Joe's Shrimp Shack has some pure line red. Hang on, they're crystals.
PRLs.
The red and the black.
The pure red line.
Yeah, and he just got them back from someone that was raising them for him or something like that. And I want to get them and do that for him. And I've wanted crystals for I can't tell you how long. But I was just so scared. But now I got my RO unit, so I'm not so scared anymore.
Even though I have well water, I like to use my RO unit as much as I can. I feel safer that way.
Yeah. I am so excited that Rico Stan got an RO unit donated to give out during Christmas.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's a big one. Like, it's not a small one like what I got. It's a big one.
Like one of the big barracudas or something?
Yeah, I don't know exactly which one it is. I just know it's bigger than mine. He was saying it's got this. And I'm like...
Yeah, right now I just use the RO buddy systems, but I need to upgrade and get a big system because I use it a lot more than what I used to when I started and just bought the RO buddies.
I want to take and
and Mama Jess.
I was going with that, Rico.
Papa Shrimp and Mama Jess. I like that.
Yeah. I want to take mine, and I have heard where you can take an RO unit and piggyback it onto another RO unit. That way you're not wasting so much like dirty water, which is not really dirty water, and I don't know exactly how that's done. I just know you can do it. Swag bag.
I'm trying this stuff out. So I wanted to throw it out there while I got the ticker going down there.
Ooh, cool.
I'm hoping to see that somebody goes to my Teespring and buys a Papa Shrimp bag and take it to Aquashella.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but I want to do something interesting if somebody actually has a Papa Shrimp bag with goodies that they get there at Aquashella. So I have them as cheap as I can put them on the site and still make $1.
Yeah. I do the same thing.
And the t-shirts and everything that I have posted on there, sweatshirts, hoodies, all of that stuff, I put it as low as I could, so that way I could at least get them out there.
Yes.
I'd love to see them on some bodies besides my own. And it'd be really cool to see somebody walking around with a Papa Shrimp bag full of Aquashella goodies. You're going to need extra bags anyway, so you might as well get you one.
Right? No doubt.
There's my sales pitch for the evening. Back to regular programming.
Are you on a... Wait, hang on. Let me see if I can do it. You keep talking. I'm going to work on trying to pull that up for you.
Okay. I've been linking these things for you, Papa Shrimp, but you have no mods. Hey, wait, let me see. So...
I'm a mod, but I'm on the screen.
Okay, I might mess this up, so don't laugh at me.
On the screen.
Okay, I might mess this up, so don't. See, I told you. Okay,
just mute
it now.
Yeah.
And then here, add moderator. There we go. Because Jess was my only moderator, I think.
Yeah, at the time. Where do you go to find your Teespring? Where do you have it listed?
It's the site was there on the bottom. It's like it's Teespring Creator BB8 something blah blah. I don't know. It's old.
Okay, I'm gonna have to show you how to put it on your YouTube thing. That way, all the people got to do is go to your page.
Oh yeah, well apparently you can't do that yet.
Why?
Because
yes, you can. I can show you how. You don't have to be monetized.
Oh, well, okay. So I don't have it set up yet because I thought I had to be monetized in order to link it.
Right, and that's what they want you to think. But no, there is a way around it.
See right there, my store BB458 creator spring.com listing Papa Shrimp swag bag. If you look up Papa Shrimp swag bag in Teespring, you'll find it.
Okay.
Detroit Shrimp and Aquatic. Show us all. You'll have to do a video on that. A members only video. When you get members.
There you go.
So another thing about Aquashella is the shrimp contest that they're going to be having. And I have been unable to enter any shrimp throughout any of the contests that have been in the previous Aquashellas that I've been to. So I am going to at least one submission, I think I'm going to go with that I want to. We're in Dallas. How can I not be in the shrimp contest here in my hometown, right?
I've been thinking about it myself, but I don't even know how to judge a shrimp. So I don't even know what I would even.
Joe says if I bring him a shrimp, he'll bring me one.
That sounds. Okay.
Yeah, Brian, that's what I'm thinking because right now the Blue Steel, Mama, Daddy, all of them are just amazing looking. And yeah, they're probably the only ones that I have consistent color and size for enough shrimp to put in the contest. I have some PRLs. I have some Galaxy fish bones and some red fancy tigers. Also have some blue bolts, red bolts. But I think the ones that I have the best consistency and the most of is the blue steel. Oh, a shirt, not a shrimp. That's what Joe said. A shirt.
Oh,
All right, sounds like a trade.
I like the shrimp better.
I know, one shrimp. Really, Joe? One shrimp. What am I going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? What's up, Danikin?
Hey, Kenny.
But yeah, that's going to be. Are you going to try to enter any shrimp? I mean, why not? All the big boys are going to be judges, so.
I don't know. Like I said, I mean, okay. So if I have the neocaradinas, I got the pumpkin and I've got the blue, which my blue velvets are like really dark. They're not really blue velvets anymore. I kind of
fantasy blues
and went dark. Yeah. And then I've got my reds and I went really dark with my reds too. They're not like cherries. They're more like a really, really dark red.
like Masura or something.
Yeah. So I think if I wanted to choose, I'd want to choose my pumpkins, but how, you know, I don't know how.
Well, I think you just go and
just do
submit
it. Just
your entries and pay the money for the entry fee, however many times for whatever different categories.
Yeah. And then how do you know what categories? Just pick
fire red. Yeah, that's what Brian said. Fire red. Well, it's pretty simple. I think it's the neocaridina, the really neocaridina, then the crystal shrimp, Taiwan bees, and crossbreeds. I think is basically the categories. 5 categories, right, Joe? That's what it was, or at least that's what it was in Florida. I'm not going to say Orlando.
Yeah.
It's something like that. It's 5 or 6 categories.
Link.
What's that?
Did somebody put your Teespring link in chat?
Yeah, they did. Liquid Zoo did it.
Okay. I'm just going to grab it from there because I can't.
Yeah, and then, of course, just so you know, Jess, I'll give you a little bit of an update, too. My other project with my clown killifish. So I have about 8 fry.
Yeah, of course. Sorry.
I have about 8 fry that I managed to breed on their own. I didn't do anything fancy, didn't pull any eggs, didn't add any chemicals or anything like that.
Yeah.
So they bred. I have about 8 of them, and I finally took the male that's been creating all of those fry, and I put him in another tank with about 4 or 5 more females. So hopefully I'll get that tank seeded a little bit and get some fry going while these other ones grow out, but they're still too small for me to tell if any of the fry are males.
Okay.
So I hope they are, because right now, if they aren't, then I have about 20 killifish and 1 male.
Well, I've got 2. Yeah, I've got 2 of the Gardner Eye males that I was going to bring with me to Aquashella, whether for you or for Jason, whoever.
Right.
For the females, because I've got my pair that I've got up there now.
Yeah, because all we had at the store were all females. I think there was only a couple of males.
Well, it's either I do that and probably what I'd really like, I'd just rather like to trade, really. If he's got a lot of females, and just trade 2 males for 2 females, and then I'll have 1 male and 3 females.
Hey, T-Bones Fishies, I don't have any stickers. I ran out of them, but I'm getting some more made. I'll have them in the next week or 2.
If you look down, I have your swag bag shared. You got to click on it and share it.
Oh, wow.
Oop, whoop, whoop.
Woo, wow, that's cool. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A Papa Shrimp swag bag. if you get you one and I see you carrying it around at Aquashella, I'm going to put everybody that I see with one into a drawing of sorts and do some giveaways. So I did the two colors. Yeah, I did the two different colors, keeping it Shrimple.
Yep. You should have put that on it.
I was going to, and I started working on the design, and then I got distracted by a squirrel, so it never happened.
Hey, that's me.
Thank you very much. That was cool. See, you're already teaching me some stuff.
You gotta learn one way or the other. It's easier to learn by doing.
So yeah, when I can see whether or not I have, because I'd like to give you a pair at least, a male and a female.
Yeah.
I don't know what I have yet, because like I said, they're pretty small, and I'm not doing anything fancy to try to jack with their growth rate. They were born naturally, so I'm just letting them be naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I did different other than when I had my surgery and left the tank alone for a couple of weeks. Then I started seeing fry appear. So
maybe by leaving the tank alone and not being in and out of it as much, they're freaky on.
That's the only thing I could think. And I started getting rid of the snails as much as I could.
Because the snails cover the eggs?
Yeah, because that's what I read, or I saw it on one of the videos or something that when I was doing research, that snails will eat the eggs because they, stay incubating for 10 to 14 days.
Yeah.
So that's a long time for the snails to have a chance to eat them.
True. You know what I found out last night, and I was so super excited. Like, after the show, I got to talk to Haley about the blue Galaris, my blue Galaris killies.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how my eggs didn't hatch from my last batches. But, she told me that I could put them in a planted tank and they'll breed just like the rest of them. And I was working so hard. So hard. Pulling the eggs and doing this and making sure everything was perfect. She's like, Jess, calm down. Put them in the water, put them in a planted tank, and calm down.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to do that. So
it seems like that's how I've almost everything that I've been able to breed. Once I stop jacking with it, that's when it goes well.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to chase parameters to make it perfect, I think it makes it totally imperfect.
Yeah.
Stresses the fish out.
Sometimes. But she did say, my blue galars that I had last time, they ended up being in my water, which, about 400 to 500 to 600 TDS. But these came from a 70 to 100 TDS. And I did slowly acclimate them, but they were not happy. You could tell they just were not happy. And so I cut the water in half with my RO. So got them in about 200, 220, and they were so much happier. So that's probably where I'll keep them. Awesome.
Thanks, Rico. He said, let's get Jerry to 500 during the stream. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
It's taken me forever, but I know it's my fault because I'm also not doing video. Everything kind of got thrown out of whack once I went into surgery.
Would you crack your chest?
It was crazy enough that me and Jason decided to do the online store and retail store. And then we went to Aquashella, and then it was a madhouse. And then boom, a month later, I'm in the hospital, and everything kind of just went crash, crash, boom, tumble, tumble, fall. And that's,
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, have you done any videos lately? No. Not since before the surgery.
I was like, dude, you got to put out some videos. You can't
Yeah.
fall in your lap.
So yeah, a lot of that's my own fault, and
And
I don't blame people for not subscribing, but I'm working on it. I'm getting my tanks cleaned up. I'm finally getting caught up. I have some fry, and I have my Cuttapunks back right here. You can't see them because it's too
what
bright.
is a cuddle punk?
The Neolamprologus Catapunctatus. They're
Okay, is
shell.
that a Shelly?
Yeah, it's a shell dweller. And these are, judging by the size of these that I have in here, these are fry that survived the fire at my house. Because Jason rescued all of my Catapunks, and he's had them for the past couple of years. And
Awesome.
I have a breeding pair in this tank, and I got a couple more in that tank over there. So I got my Cuttapunks going. I got the killifish. I have my Caradinas. I need to get some Neos.
Yeah.
But, right now, fundage is kind of short. So I'll hold off on that until it's the right time. Like I said, hopefully at Aquashella we'll score some good deals.
Yes. That's what I'm banking on.
No, I don't have any gold Shellies, Brian. The only Shellies I have are these Catapunks. Actually, I mean, I wasn't into cichlids until I found these guys, and then I got into multis and I got into German rams. So that's been about as far as I go because I don't want to have to get big tanks. I like my nano-sized tanks.
Yep.
I would like a couple of 40s maybe, but
that's as high as I've got. I got 40s, and that's as high as I'm going because I tell you what, I cannot carry the 40s. I can't carry it. I can't even get my arms around it.
Hey, Santa Claus says the weather outside is frightful.
Hey, wow. Okay. Well.
Okay. Hey, Monster Fish Gal. Hey, I need to make her.
Yes, you do.
She already is.
Does Jess like Shellies? I actually do. I think it's so freaking cool how they go in and out of those shells. I just think it's so cool. And I do want some, but
is that Rico being Santa Claus? It would say Rico Claus, wouldn't it?
No, not
Santa Claus.
It might be. I don't know. I do like Shellies though. I do want some, but I'm short on room at the moment. So I will probably just wait until I get moved outside to that room, and then I'll have room to add a few more nano type. In fact, I'd like to get rid of the Cabenzas completely and get my rams and my German blue rams and some Shellies. I don't know which one though. And I also like those fish that Steven has. I think they're a rainbow fish. They're on his B-roll video. The yellow with the blue eyes. Are they McGill?
I know what you're talking about, but that's why I like the Catapunks because they're like a cream color, but they have blue eyes.
Well, maybe those are what I'm thinking of.
They're awesome with a really bright yellow dorsal fin.
Yeah, maybe it is them.
And Danikin said he's got 2 colonies of Catapunks. Yeah, they are awesome fish. I love the way they glide because they don't really swim. They glide in the water. And the way that they do their breeding routine and everything it's just so cool to watch how they'll get next to each other and then they basically go straight up and down, and they look like they want to bullhead each other, and then they'll start changing colors and the stripes will form and they get these really dark it's so cool.
That sounds
first time I saw that I freaked out and I did a video on it.
You need to video that. Yeah,
I did a video on it a couple of years ago and I put that on there and I was like, wow, these things I didn't know they were breeding at the time. I was just like, these things change. It's so cool. Then a couple of weeks later, I saw I had fry. So it was like, oh, I get it now. That's part of their breeding ritual, their dance, whatever you want to call it. But they glide in the water. It's so cool to watch. One of my favorite fish. I don't know if you can hear the bubbles, but the last thing I have on my list that I wanted to talk about before anything else really is I just set up 4 tanks.
I can't hear bubbles. No, I hear bubbles here, but okay. I don't hear it from the screen.
Yeah, I have 4 tanks that I have set up. 3 10-gallon tanks with matin filters and nothing in it, just substrate and water right now. And then I have another tank over here, which you can see right there.
Yeah.
That it's got a couple of pieces of spider wood and some spiky moss, but that's a 4th tank. So right now, all of those are empty, and hopefully they should be ready to accept some new inhabitants by Aquashella. Hint, hint. So maybe if I can snag some shrimp from some of my buddies like Joe or Eric or Rob or all of the above. Hey, maybe even Grant too. I'll take some of his shrimp. I'll take anybody's shrimp. I don't care. I'm just going to breed them and make them my own anyways.
I want those Caradenia that Joe's got really bad.
Yeah, I have some PRLs. They look really nice. They haven't started breeding for me yet. I've only had them about a month, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those clownfish you have, clown's killies.
I'm excited about the orange eyes.
Yeah. I've got some other killies, and I just kind of did what you did. I kind of just forgot about them. I left them, and I forgot about them. And the other day, I seen a little bitty baby. Of course, I can't find it again because it's in a planted tank. But I know for sure I seen a baby. I want the ones, Joe, that are that pure line you were talking about that you got back.
That's the PRLs.
Yeah.
PRLs and PBLs.
Yeah. Those are the ones I want.
I even think, and I can't be positive right now because I am color deficient, but in my blue steel tank, some of the fry, I think there's probably about 15 of them that look purple metallic to me.
Okay, so then they would be purple metallic with orange eyes?
No, they don't have the orange eyes yet.
I was going to say that would be even cooler.
Yeah, that's why the orange eye fry, though, are in that tank. So now that that's fine, like I said, now I'm excited because at least the orange eye trait now is being distributed. Yeah. So I'm going to do some culling at some point, separate the purple ones from the dark blue ones, and some of the other really, really nice solid blue head with a lighter blue tail. Those are really, really pretty shrimp. But I'm going to try to get them all separated. So that's going to be some of it that goes in some of these tanks. I'm getting them ready for us. So that way I have places for the shrimp to go when I call them.
Yeah. Yes, Joe. And I will. I mean, it won't take me but got a softwater tank set up.
Yep. Like I said, I got 4 of them going right now. They'll be ready by Aquashella.
Yep. Yep.
And then I'll have, I think I'm going to make this whole rack, almost all of it, Neos. That's 9 10-gallon tanks that I have on this rack. One of them is I'm keeping my rams in there. I might move them, but I like them in that tank.
Yeah. You're talking about the rams, and I want the German blue rams. And this tank that I got the crepenzas in, it just stays so freaking warm. And it'd be freaking perfect for them. Just perfect for them. You said what?
TDS 115, 130, GH 4 to 5, no KH. Now that you got your RO unit, you should be good on that. Do you have any Salty B?
No, I need to get some just GH because I've got the both. the one that has both in it.
Or you could get the Brightwell stuff that is
Well,
the liquid form of GH plus.
I think that's what I got. I got the KHGH Brightwell.
No, you don't want the KHGH. You just want the GH.
Yeah, that's the one I've got, which I don't know why. That's just what I was told to get at the time. But Joe, you're going to send that with them? All right. Cover me, man. Cover me, man. Jess, I just saved your website. Cool. Yep, I just need GH.
Yeah. Because the other one that you had there that you showed, that's good for, like it says, Neos and Tigers.
Yeah. But for my Neos, I don't have to, you know?
No, you don't have to. But if you're like me, and like I said, I'm running RO water anyways. Even though I have well water, I'm running RO water anyways. So I like to be able to, I like adding the GH, KH plus for all of my other tanks that aren't Caridina tanks. And then plus it works out because I use really soft water for the clown killifish. I use somewhat soft water for the German rams.
Yeah. I got my RO unit is set up outside, and I only use it when I need to because I really want to use my water that I've got. But I don't mind cutting it, or, you know, if like I get the Pure Line Reds, yeah, I'll use it. Yeah.
Neos and Tigers, oh my.
But again, you know, it's like, okay, so if you would use this then, huh? You could use this?
Yeah.
Well, then
and I'd use it in all my other tanks except for my Caridinas.
Okay. Well, then I'll bring it to you since you can use it.
Yay! See, I'll need to get my own Papa Shrimp bag so I can carry stuff around.
There you go. Mute my phone.
Shameless plug. Don't forget the Aquatic Morning Show, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Rocco and Jess. Go check them out.
Yeah.
She throws a shout out to me every day almost.
I do.
I'm on her sponsor list.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to have to put you on my sponsor list.
That's right.
You're growing so fast.
Oh. What do you cut it with? My RO. I have my water, tap water, and then I cut it with my RO. I don't add anything to my RO. I just cut it with my RO. So my TDSs out on my tap are about 420. And so if for like the Caridina, I mean the Blue Galaris Killies, I just cut it in half. And I have started just topping off with RO, which I didn't know that. Like prior to me hearing that, I did not know that you could just top off with RO. And that way your TDSs don't go to 1100 like mine were going.
I love you, brother. Brother from another mother.
There you go.
No, I agree with Joe. He said that he uses GHKH for everything but Caridinas.
Yep.
And that makes sense because like I said, I've kind of just learned with everything that I've experienced with the fish store with Jason, and here at home in places in Arkansas water, totally different from Texas water. That blew my mind how much the water would make a difference. But after everything that I've gone through and learned, I just prefer using RO water and raising it up to the GH and KH that I want. Yeah. And really, it's a lot easier that way. There's no headaches. I don't have to worry about it. I just get my GH plus or my GH KH plus, and that's it.
Now my Neos, they're just in my regular water, and they're doing great. But there was a time where I was pulling my hair out. They weren't breeding. couldn't figure out why. And it was before I've learned about GH and KH. And I mean, that's not easy to learn. It's not easy to understand. And I mean, I still sometimes scratch my head like, okay, wait, was that right?
Jay Oliver. Yeah, he's got spring water from Arkansas. Yeah, that's a big difference. I had water from Pine Bluff. So Pine Bluff is, and that water there was so overly chlorinated, it smelled like bleach. It smelled like you're in a swimming pool.
Yes.
You know that smell?
Yes.
That's what their water smelled like. It was horrible.
Hey, Jay. Dang. Dude, we only had 10 minutes left.
I know. I was looking at that. It's gone by fast.
Wow.
Well, we've had quite a few people. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. And like I said, I know it's short notice, and probably you guys went looking for Jason, went like, hey, where's Jason? Never mind, and shut it off. But, hey, I'm still here.
That's right.
I got to find a better way to get it out there and notify people, but it'll eventually get there.
Yeah, it's hard before you're monetized, and I haven't even figured out how to use half of what I have available now. So, I'm just like, hey, I'm poor Joe.
Hey, well, like you said, you're going to teach me how to do Teespring on my site.
Yeah,
on my channel.
That's right. Like my husband Joe, and then Joe Shrimp Shack. Bless both of them. Because
that Joe.
Yeah, like I'm calling him all the time. Joe, I don't understand this. Help. Oh, and Stephen Pete, because he's helping me with OBS, and I've already forgot what he taught me. I'm gonna have to write it down. So yes, I love my fish family.
I guess Joe shaves his head with tap water. So that's a good closing topic. Do you shave with RO or tap water?
Tap. Is it good? Does it make your skin dry out? Yeah. Got to put that solution on.
Yeah, it's been fun. Again, thank you for coming out and joining me, Jess. I'm going to get better. I'm going to figure out how to do a roaming camera, or at least ways that I can stream and show off my aquariums. Also
send the link to yourself, just like I did on your phone. I mean, just like you sent it to me on my phone, and then pull your phone up that way, and then there you go. But you have to mute. You have to mute it, otherwise you get that.
Right, but
sounds like an alien's coming in.
What does it show on my profile, on my name down here? Will it say
Papa Shrimp Jerry?
Really? Both times?
Maybe not. Maybe you can put whatever you want to on it. You can put whatever you want to on it. It'll ask you what to put in for the name. And like on mine, for a little while, I had it as the feeding channel, because I was just going through and showing my tanks, but I was feeding at the same time. So I'm like, this is the feeding channel. So you show it whatever, camera 1, camera 2, whatever. Because it'll, as you go in, as you click the link to go in, it'll check your camera and all that. Same process as going into how you go into it, just like you go into it there.
Okay. So, I'll figure it out. You'll help me.
Oh, yeah. Of course I will. Yes, Stephen. Yes, I will need a refresher course, but I'm going to wait a few days, and I'll get back with you.
I believe coming up after us is Dan's Fish.
All right.
I think he's giving away a bow tie loach, a yo-yo loach. I don't know how many. I say a, but I know it's a bow tie loach giveaway, I think, for tonight. So that'll be pretty cool. And then who else? Is Primetime Aquatics also next at 8?
Don't have it pulled up, but I can pull it up real fast.
I guess if I was being not a dummy, I could find the stuff myself and look, huh?
Ooh.
One thing at a time.
That's right. One thing at a time. Because I even have okay, tonight's Wednesday. All right, we've got Dan's Fish at 9, Primetime Aquatics at 9, Natural Aquariums, if he's going, at 10:30, and Punchy Paints at 11. And
Awesome.
yeah, I don't know if Kevin goes on Wednesdays or not, but there it is.
Cool deal. Well, I don't know, what is the schedule or itinerary for our streaming, whether me and Jason will be doing it next week or not. It'd be kind of cool that if we do continue on, that we do it like this, if we can.
Yeah, vice versa.
Yeah, just so that way, I'd like to be able to not have to be at his place, especially when the weather starts getting bad, and now that it's getting dark early, and I don't like driving at night, and it's bad enough driving to Dallas at night.
Yeah.
But, if I can curtail as much driving back and forth as possible, then it'd be cool to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always good not to have to leave home.
Yeah. And then he can do it from either his fish room upstairs or the fish room downstairs or his not fish room upstairs, but his video room upstairs, little studio.
Does he have fish upstairs too?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't think his wife would allow that in any way, shape, form, or fashion, anything other than in the garage.
Oh. He don't even have
maybe he might get away with a display tank in the house if he pushed it. If he really pushed it, I'm sure he could. But why have something all the way away from his system where his system is plug and play? You can move the tanks, the frames. He can do whatever he wants to, and he's got air, he's got water, and he's got overflow. So why mess with that? You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's the only downside to having a system like that, is that it kind of makes it hard to move stuff. But I've seen him move stuff around so much, he's got it down pat. I'd be going, no, it's too much.
Right? Yeah, see, I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to set mine up. I need to. That way I can get it on paper and I can show Joe.
Bad weather in Texas. That happens like once every 100 years. Well, it must have been 100 years ago that we had bad weather, because we've been having it lately.
The last few years. So we're about 300 or 400 years old about now, huh?
Shrimp larger than Neos that can also breed in fresh water.
Ooh, what are the shrimp that do have like the feather hands?
The bamboo shrimp?
I want some bamboo shrimp.
Or the bamboo shrimp have the fan-like things.
Yeah. I want some bamboo shrimp too.
And then you got the vampire shrimp. Those are pretty large too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But I don't know if they can breed. I'm not sure about the breeding part on any of those, because I know you can't breed the Amano shrimp.
But
unless
you can
have
breed
brackish water.
Oh.
Yeah, he says nope.
Nope.
I didn't think so. Or else people would be breeding them.
So where do they come from?
Importers.
Duh, Jess.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to let everybody get out of here and get yourselves to your next chat excursion, stream excursion, whatever you want to do. Eat dinner. Oh, the wild. They come from the wild. That's the best answer. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate that. The wild. But thank you, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next time, and keep it shrimple.